Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Able to avoid him, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 50 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts, and that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Throwing, Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. from the right hash. This from 48. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Hurts. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle, and he'll take this one down to the 36. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Prescott on first down. That's caught once again by Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Prescott forced out to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
First down, Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals, as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. As folks, you'll see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. But first down, Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marquise Bell from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. We'll get this up to about the 44. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defenses. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete, right side to Lazard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run straight ahead with Swift. He's got room at the 30. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Hurts going to keep it again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Another one is CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 67 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Dallas, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week.